All right, so this is Miss Thomas. I'm now going to do a modified contour drawing of a plant. My plant is maybe a little bit more complicated than a plant that you might choose, and that's totally fine. Again, my perspective is going to be coming at it from this direction. I have this beautiful little, I actually brought this from Texas with me in my car, and I have this gorgeous plant looking directly at me. And then the head of the flamingo is pointing off this direction. So you are getting a completely different view because the camera is up here above me. But I'll show you sort of what my point of view is in the video as well. When you're doing a modified contour, remember as your eye is catching those edges, your hand is recording those lines, okay? But you only want to be drawing when your eye is on your reference. Do not draw when you're looking at your paper. And here, the height of my subject is taller, I think, than it is wide. So I'm going to go ahead and move my sketchbook so that it's up and down instead of side to side. Before I did side to side because I did it because it was wider than it was tall. So that's a good rule of thumb for thinking about, do I do this portrait or do I do this landscape? Is it taller than it is wide? Then you want to do it portrait or vertical. If it's wider than it is tall, then you do it horizontal or landscape. All right, guys, so I do want you starting out slow, or doing these slowly. Remember, you are a sloth moving through molasses. I could have probably gone slower. These probably will frustrate you guys who are a little bit more adept at art making just because you can't sketch. You'll notice how I drew the flowers off of the edge. If it comes down to it, if it comes down between you keeping something in proportion or fitting it on the paper, I want you to keep it in proportion with the rest of your drawing. Take those flowers or the feet or the hands or whatever it is off the edge of the paper to keep your drawing in proportion. Modified contours do look a little bit funny, kind of like your blind contours, because the objective is to build the hand-eye coordination, not to draw something that's perfectly in proportion. Here again, I'm adding some line thickness and some value. You guys don't have to do that, but I can't help it. I gotta try and make it look kind of decent. So again, you're building that hand-eye coordination. Only draw when you're looking at your reference.